that within your DNA, there is a sulfuric bridge that takes place. Every 10 nucleotides, there's a bridge. Every 5, there's a bridge. Every 6, there's a bridge. Every 5, there's a bridge. 10, 5, 6, 5. In Hebrew is Yod, He, Waw, He. These 4 letters are the Creator's name. This is the revelation of Yahuwah. There is a conspiracy in the earth right now to alter that revelation inside of your DNA, to change you, to make you into something other than a Ben Adam, a son of man, and to change you and distort you. Do not fall for the Trojan horse. Do not fall for the lies. Do not fall for these gimmicks. We know what they are doing. And yes, it is an abomination of desolation. They want to taint the body and hijack the body. They want to remove the name of Yahuwah and inject Lucifer in. Do you hear what I'm saying? Do you have ears to hear? Do you know? Are your eyes open? Are you awake? They want to put Lucifer in and change who you are, change what you are, inject you with who knows what. An abomination is one of the worst things in the entire Hebrew scriptures. We see that the abomination here is literally tied into avodah zarah, which is idol worship, worshiping idols, worshiping pagan deities. Our bodies are the hekal. Do you treat your body as a palace for Yahuwah, the Eternal One? Do you treat it with that type of reverence and respect? We know that our bodies are likened to the temple, even in the Torah, because in the Torah, in Exodus chapter 25, verse 8, we read, Ve'asu mikdash v'shakanti betokam. Now, in English, this is usually translated, and let them make me a sanctuary that I may dwell amongst them. However, the term betokam there doesn't just mean to dwell amongst them, but can also mean to dwell inside of them. This is very important to understand. The Spirit, the Ruach of Yahuwah, comes and inhabits His people. This is an ongoing revelation. Not only this, we see in 1 Corinthians chapter 3, the student of Yahushua, who is called Shaul or Paul, writes in verse 16, "Do you not know that you are the dwelling place of Elohim? And that the Ruach Elohim, the Spirit of Elohim, dwells in you. If anyone destroys the dwelling place of Elohim, Elohim shall destroy him. For the dwelling place of Elohim is Kodesh. It is set apart, sanctified, which you are." And we see examples of this throughout the Tanakh. Hosea 14 verse 2, "Take words with you and return to Yahuwah. Say to him, take away all of our crookedness and accept what is tov or good, and render the bulls of our lips," the sacrifices that come from our lips. Psalm chapter 141 verse 2, "Let my prayer be set forth before thee as incense, and the lifting up of my hands as the evening sacrifice." In the book of Daniel, Daniel is praying 3 times a day. Daniel is praying 3 times a day. These are the standing prayers. These prayers were instituted in place of the sacrifices daily, and that is why Yahudim all over the world pray 3 times a day. That's why Kepha, who's called Peter, was praying at the times of prayer when he had the vision in the book of Acts chapter 10 and elsewhere. We see that all of the students and Yahushua himself prayed during these times of the sacrifices because, again, our bodies are the hekal of Yahuwah Elohim, Ahaya Asher Ahaya, the one who exists that he exists, the I am that I am, inhabits us. And if you don't have that, you have nothing more than some religion, some vague nothing, because that is what Yahuwah was revealing the entire time, that he wants to dwell in his people, that he wants to have an intimacy inside of you. Messiah wants to awaken within you. to resurrect inside of you and have his life within you. The abomination of desolation, and the World Health Organization uses this symbol imposed over the picture of the world to show that they basically rule the world with the staff of Hermes. And another interesting thing that we should also note is when the Catholic Church came into power, they took all these pagan deities from the Roman Empire and renamed them. They literally took Jupiter, the abomination of desolation, they literally took him and renamed him Peter or Peter, because Jupiter, you see how simple that is? A very simple change of the name, a very simple change of the identity. And now Catholic pilgrims, when they go to the Vatican, they kiss with their tender lips the toes of this statue, and they have worn the toes off because of their lips kissing on this abomination of desolation. This is a very massive web that the Satan has spun for your soul. It also must be noted that the word pharmakia has equivalents in the Hebrew language. One of those equivalents is the word nachash. Nachash literally means an enchanter, a wizard, or a serpent. And yes, nachash is the very word used for the serpent in the garden. Wouldn't it make sense that if the serpent was used to deceive man the first time, to make him fall, to make him isolated, to make his temple corrupted so that it would be mortal, that the second time around, that it would be the serpent, the nachash, the pharmakia, the wizard, the snake, the enchanter that uses his pharmakia, his magic and witchcraft to subdue and conquer the world. Revelation 18 verse 23, and the light of a candle shall shine no more at all in you, and the voice of the bridegroom and the bride shall no longer be heard at all in you, for your merchants were the great men of the earth, for by your sorcery, your pharmakia, were all the nations deceived. Brothers and sisters, this pharmakia usually is tainted with all kinds of unclean things. They abort babies and use their cells and inject that stuff into you. Look into your own research. A lot of the lipids that are used come from swine, they come from pigs, or from fireflies, such as the luciferin that they want to stick inside of you. And there'll be pills. There's all kinds of pills. There's all kinds of stuff. New mRNA technologies are coming. Are you ready? Are you ready? We live in the days of Noah. If you understood the controversy of the days of Noah, you will understand the controversies of the day we are in. In those days, the human genome was being tainted and manipulated by beings that were high and powerful that we did not fully understand. Those beings have been amongst us all this time. They are called Nephilim. They are hybrid beings mixed with humans and the fallen ones. These beings are still amongst us, and soon they will reveal themselves openly. They will have no more need to hide from you, that's for sure, because you are no longer the temple of Yahuwah, many of you. Many of you have already tainted yourself and destroyed that temple. Now you will be desolate. So he has won. But for the rest of you, brothers and sisters who hear my voice, stand strong, know your Elohim, and understand that this body, your body, not just my body, your body, is the Hekal, the palace of the everlasting eternal one. And he will give us the power over all the unclean demons, devils, and diseases through the name of his Messiah, the temple of Yahuwah himself, Yahushua.